welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hey, thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel. It's all about crochet, a little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn, but mostly it's about my journey through this fantastic yarning community. Returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Tuesday with me for Tunisian Tuesday. And today, for Tunisian Tuesday, we are going to learn how to do the Tunisian slanted stitch. I'm going to just use some of my Nako Mona Lisa yarn. You know, guys, how much I love this yarn. And my number 8 Knitter's Pride Dreams hook with a cord on it. This is one of what they would consider a basic stitch. There's no need for a multiple on this. So go ahead and do your foundation row for how many ever chains you want. I'm always going to do 10. If you want to do the single crochet row and then do your foundation row, that works too. But this is, I'm just going to show you the basic foundation row. So I'm going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Sorry about the cord slapping on the table. Okay, so now turn your work over. Get the back bumps. Skip that first bump. You don't need that. You do not need to make these extremely tight. Keep your tension nice and loose on these because you're going to be working into stitches. So we're just going to insert our hook and pull up a loop all the way down the back bumps. You're going to have the same number of loops on your hook as the number of chains you started with. For me, that is 10. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and we're going to do a traditional return pass. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, and pull through 2 till you have 1 loop left on your hook. Okay, so that's the foundation row. Now, to do the slanted stitch, you're going to be using the motion of the Tunisian simple stitch. But for this one, you're going to, well, we'll talk about, okay, so we're always going to skip that first one because that's that stitch there. You're going to skip the next stitch and you're going to sink your simple into the next stitch. So technically 1, 2, 3, okay? Then you're going to go back into the one you skipped with a simple stitch. And you see why we need to have this a little bit loose and do a simple stitch. Then you're going to skip this one, simple stitch into the next one, and then simple stitch into the one you skipped. Kind of in regular crochet, the X stitch, but we're not going to be making an X. It doesn't show as an X. So we're going to skip this one, go into the next one, then we're going to go back into the one that we skipped. Skip that stitch, go into that one, simple stitch into the one that you skipped, and then do a traditional edge stitch, making sure you get both loops on your hook. And then you're just going to do a traditional return pass. Yarn over, chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, all the way to the end. It's not hard, and it kind of gives you a little bit of an X, but not much. It's more of a slanted twist. So let's try it again. Never ever into the first stitch because that's already on your hook. Skip the next stitch, simple stitch into that stitch, simple stitch into the one you skipped. Skip that stitch, simple stitch into the next stitch, simple stitch back into the one you skipped. Skip this stitch, simple stitch into the stitch, and then simple stitch back into the one you skipped. Skip this one, simple stitch into that next stitch, then simple stitch back into the one you skipped. Now I've reached the end. I'm going to do my traditional edge, making sure I get both loops. Then I'm going to yarn over and pull through one, yarn over, pull through two for a regular return pass. And as you can see, it's kind of giving you almost like a twisted braided look. It's a really pretty stitch. Try it one more time. Never into the first stitch, skip the next stitch, simple stitch into that stitch. Then you're going to simple stitch into the stitch that you skipped. Skip one stitch, simple stitch, then simple stitch back into the one you skipped. Skip a stitch, Tunisian simple stitch into that stitch, then simple stitch back into the one that you skipped. Skip a stitch, Tunisian simple stitch back into the one you skipped. Traditional edge stitch, and then your regular return pass. Yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through two, all the way down till you have one left on your hook. And there you go. And this is a really pretty textured stitch. It's a little bit looser than, say, you know, the simple stitch and the knit stitch that are really tight. This one gives you a little bit of texture without being super tight, but it's a nice visual. This is what it looks like on the back. Those are all your pearls on the back. Basically, it looks like pearl bumps on the back. And then to bind off on this one, you're going to bind off in pattern. So again, nothing in this one. Skip it. Tunisian simple stitch, but slip stitch. Then go back into the one you skipped. Simple stitch, slip stitch. So that you're only going to have one hook or one loop on your hook the whole time. So skip that stitch, simple stitch, bind off, go back to the one you skipped, simple stitch, bind off. Skip a stitch, simple stitch, bind off, go back into the one you skipped, simple stitch, bind off. Skip this stitch, simple stitch, bind off, go back to the one you skipped, simple stitch, bind off, then your traditional edge stitch, slip stitch, and there you go. So you bound off in pattern so that you keep the twist all the way up to the edge. So that, you guys, is the slanted Tunisian stitch. This is a really, really pretty. I think this would be beautiful in a cardigan. Food for thought. So that is that. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please, by all means, let me know. Shoot me an email, leave me a message in the comments. We're building towards something here, you guys. I'm teaching you all of the stitches for a project that we're going to be able to do once we get through all these stitches. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I will let you get back to your Tuesday. Make sure you're taking care of yourself and giving yourself some grace, but above all, be kind to everyone, and we will talk to you on Wednesday. Have a great day.